pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Call this meeting to order. Can I get a roll call, please?
Here.
Here. Here. All right, let's go ahead and move on to reports from the superintendent. Dr. Simroth, what do you got for us tonight?
I need to get back to my main screen. Give me 1 second.
All right, we'll
Please.
stall.
Stall.
Adam, you're up. I need a dance.
So, yeah, you guys can come ahead and come on up if you'd like. We can start with that. One of the things that the board has in front of them, and if you guys want to elaborate on that, we had a pretty good spring, fall, winter. It kind of mixes when it happens in January. Had a really good showing at the wrestling and the swim events. We had a lot of people placing state. Kayla's going to put all that out on our stuff so you guys can see it. Not tonight, but we wanted you to have this. We had several, like I said, several place at state in swim and wrestling. We actually had the second place in 6A this year in wrestling. Fourth place there. So many good things. And next month we will have our POM and our academic POM 1 nationals, and then we'll have our academic team who are the OSSAA state champions, and they're actually in the top. I think they're in the top 15 nationally. Our academic team, so that's pretty cool. So we will have them here next month. Yeah. No, I'm just saying, you guys ready? Are we taking pictures?
As soon as Kayla takes the picture of my group can come on up.
Okay.
Just wait just a couple seconds. You got anything else to cover? Go for it.
There's a couple things, but they're attached to agenda items. So I'll wait. What? There are board policies up for review. If I'm not mistaken, trying to get back to my main thing, there are a lot of hiring and firing teacher stuff, and it has mostly to do with updating it for mental and physical abuse type situations. So it's just some rewording to get it back in accordance with some laws that OSSBA sent out. And termination procedures.
Due process for administrators.
Yeah. So it's just getting some fresh verbiage in there, minor changes. Teacher-parent conferences next week, right? Spring break the week after, all that good stuff.
Ready?
Party on. You literally have some kind of glitter under your eye.
Oh, that's probably from the shirt.
It's lovely.
Is it red?
Yeah, it's lovely.
Miller Red. I got Miller Red Sparkle. Good evening, everyone. My name is Scott Hine. I'm the Executive Director of Elementary Education, and Mr. Jewell and I are always thrilled. It's one of our favorite parts of the entire month when we get to join our great principals in recognizing students who've shown outstanding character in our schools, and we call it the Miller Strong Award. The students will come up and also get a special shirt, and I also want to take a moment to thank Miss Delyn McDaniel. If you'd wave, Delyn. Delyn and her team help get the shirts ready for us every month. And so there's no way Adam and I could ever do sparkly tie like that. So thank you, Delyn, for helping us make these wonderful gifts for these tremendous kids. So if the students would come on up right here to my right. First, we have Mrs. Smith from Skyview, and she has with her Mr. Isaac Miller. When Isaac started school this year, he was shy and hesitant to come. Now he's always ready to jump out of the car every morning, speaking to every teacher on the way in. He never complains. He perseveres through anything difficult and never stops trying. He helps others, always uses his best manners, gives the best hugs, and has a smile that spreads sunshine to others. Isaac truly is a remarkable young man in all aspects of great character. Skyview is honored to have him represent our school. Congratulations, Isaac. Next up is Mr. Stowe from SheDeck, and he brings with him Mr. Ridley James. Ridley impresses everyone at SheDeck every day. He always works hard, even when the task is challenging. If he ever struggles on a task, he's not afraid to ask for help. Ridley, those are great characteristics to have. Congratulations. SheDeck's Miller Strong winner. Next is Dr. Pierce with his winner from Surrey, Miss Julia Luna Sarant. Julia represents what the 3 B's are all about. One day, she was coming to the office for something, and the morning announcements began. She immediately stopped in the hallway and said the Pledge of Allegiance and the salute to the Oklahoma flag and observed the moment of silence. She did not know there were any other adults around who would see her, but I did, and it made my heart so happy. It made my heart happy because she did this on her own, and she understands why it is important. That's a great example, Julia. Surrey Hills, Miller Strong winner. Next up is Mrs. Mitchell, and her student, Norma Martinez Murillo, could not be here tonight, but let's listen to a few words about Norma. Norma is an excellent example of perseverance. She consistently demonstrates a strong work ethic, always giving her best effort no matter what the challenge may be. When things get difficult, she puts in the effort to achieve each task and is always willing to try new approaches and never gives up. We are so proud and happy to have Nora in our class and at Parkland. Parkland's winner, Norma Martinez Murillo. Next up is Central Elementary. Mrs. Gallagher is here with Mr. Ford Shimmer. Ford is an absolute joy to have in class. He is inquisitive, excited to learn, and has thought-provoking questions. He's one of the most kind students his teacher has ever had the privilege of teaching. He's helpful and welcoming to all students. His teacher knows she can count on him to be a leader in class. Ford is responsible, respectful, and always ready. He visits the library often and is an avid reader. He has created a thorough and innovative coding project on Bloxels. Ford is an absolute delight to work with, and he is very well deserving to be Central's Miller Strong winner. Congratulations, Ford. Next up from Ranchwood, Mrs. Lipe is here with Mr. Jacob Roberson. Jacob came to Ranchwood after the school year had already started, routines were established, and expectations were understood. Yet he just dove right in, working hard from day one and completing our 3rd grade family. Jacob is such a precious, happy, and selfless young man, always concerned about others, ready with a joke, and just works hard every single day to learn all that he can. He's such a wonderful asset to our 3rd grade classroom, and we are so proud of him at Ranchwood. Jacob Roberson, Ranchwood's Miller Strong winner. And Mrs. Dutton with her winner, Mr. Holden Cole. Holden is a fantastic example of a student full of perseverance. When things get hard for him, he doesn't give up, but instead tries harder. He doesn't let those mistakes get him down. He just keeps on trying. He always has a positive attitude about the work that is given to him, and he shows perseverance through his effort to do his very best in all that he does. Mr. Holden Cole, Myers, Miller Strong winner. And it's Mr. Jewell's turn.
Thank you, Scott. My name's Adam Jewell. I'm the Executive Director of Secondary Education, and we're going to go through our Miller Strong Award winners, starting with our intermediates. First up, we have Miss Tracy Sawinski from Redstone, and she is bringing with her Miss Sophia Watkins. Sophia demonstrates the Redstone way every single day. She's respectful, resilient, and responsible, but more than that, Sophia is kind. She's a friend to everyone she meets and makes sure everyone is included. She always has the brightest smile on her face and lights up any room she enters. She is a hard worker and can always be depended on to do the right thing. Sophia makes Redstone an even better place to be, just being herself. Congratulations, Sophia. Next is Mr. Summers from Lakeview Intermediate. Mr. Summers is here with Julia Parman. She goes by Juju. Juju is the coolest chick. We love her uniqueness. She is a responsible kid that always gets her work completed. She works cooperatively with her classmates. On top of all that, she has a great sense of humor. We are so proud of her. Julia is everything you could want in a student. She is kind, helpful, bright, responsible, and wise beyond her years. She is incredibly resilient and will accomplish anything she sets her mind to. Julia absolutely deserves all the good things that come her way, and my hope for her is that she continues to be a light in the world because her positive influence and impact reach far beyond the walls of our classroom. Julia Parman, Lakeview's character strong winner of the From Independence Intermediate, we have Mr. Ryan McLaughlin and Miss Kyra Adams. Kyra is an amazing person. She's been a shining light in our classroom since day one. Yes, she works very hard in class, but more than that, it is how she treats other people. She's always thinking about how others may feel and shows such compassion. Kyra is a friend to all. She is highly admired by her classmates, and because of that, was elected to be their student council representative. She has done an amazing job in that role. Kyra embodies every element it takes to be a Miller. She shows up to school every day ready to learn and consistently does her very best. Her work ethic, positive attitude, and genuine care for others set her apart. We are so grateful to be a small part of Kyra's educational journey and cannot wait to see what all she accomplishes in her life. Kyra Adams, Independence's Miller Strong winner. Our representative from YMS could not be here, but Miss Karen Garcia is here to help celebrate Nastasia Harry. For the Character Strong reward or award of forgiveness, Nastasia Harry is the first person who came to mind when thinking of forgiveness. She is always able to put aside differences for the good of everyone involved. She's a very mature young lady who realizes that we all make mistakes and harboring resentment is harmful in the long run. I recently witnessed her confront a friend for saying some not so kind words about her. She was able to have a mature conversation with the friend and move on from the drama. It was such a rare and refreshing thing to witness coming from a middle school kiddo. Ladies and gentlemen, YMS's Nastasia Harry. From Yukon High School, we have Miss Melissa Barlow and Miss Andrea Ramirez. Mr. Booth has the following to say about Andrea. Andrea is a good kid and student. She's shown great courage in stepping out of her comfort zone to get involved with the class. Keystone is a class about building community and getting to know other people that they have previously never interacted with. This is not easy for a lot of students, but Andrea has been a shining example of being able to overcome personal obstacles. As her teacher, I'm proud to see her grow as a person and be able to take on new tasks that in the past she probably wouldn't have passed on. She has without a doubt opened up to a whole new world for herself. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Andrea Ramirez from Yukon High School. Last but not least, we have Miss Jody Pendleton from Yale, and she's here representing with Mr. Jesse Avila. Jesse shows up to school every day and even shows up early. He always has a great attitude and politeness towards teachers and students. He has really grown this semester in his relationships with others and is working so hard in all of his classes. Yale and Jesse Avila.
Awesome. Thank you. Best part of the meeting right there. All right. That's all for my side.
I think we should stop now.
Yeah. Well, we may have to. You guys, you don't have to stick around for the rest if you don't want to, really. Feel free
You're
to
right.
stay.
Yeah, this is the best
But-
part.
It's okay. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We all have the agenda here. It's fine.
I wondered where you were.
I didn't even notice.
trying to help out.
Yeah.
No wonder we're all having IT problems tonight.
Curriculum ladies. I tried all my tricks I know. Oh,
All right, I think we'll go ahead and move on now. Move on to board member communications and announcements. I will start over here to my left. Mr. Colson, do you have anything?
No comments.
Mr. Colson, no comments? Short and sweet. Ms. Cannon,
I have comments.
I know you do.
I would like to congratulate our swimmers and our wrestlers and our pom kids and our cheer kids, our Miller Strong students. And I would like to congratulate all of our faculty and principals and admins, because without you, none of that would happen. So it's a win for all of us. So, and then comes something very, very important that we need to talk about. And spring break is coming up. And you guys need to take care of yourselves. And so for spring break, if you're going to stay home and clean house, you can do that. But you need to go have some fun somewhere, sometime. Because if you're not having fun, your life's not balanced. So spring break's here. I don't know. Randy, are you going to go hunting or fishing or anything? Maybe, something fun. Snow skiing, whatever. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm going to stay home and look at my garden longingly. So anyway, that's all I've got. I just want you guys to take that time and take care of yourselves and be good to yourselves, and then come back and get ready for the next few months. And we can do this. So that's all I have.
Very good. Couldn't have said it better myself. That will move on. Look at upcoming meetings and events. Got a legislative breakfast tomorrow morning at Archery Traditions at 7 a.m. You've already mentioned spring break, which is probably the biggest deal on that list. And let's go ahead and move on to communications. Dan, do we have anybody? Perfect. Moving on to finance consent docket. We have a discussion on the finance consent docket. Leonard's not here, but I think we had a couple questions answered over email, I'm sure, and we're good to go.
Yeah, pretty straightforward this month.
Pretty easy one.
Yeah.
All right. If there's no questions on the finance consent docket, I'll entertain a motion.
I move that we accept all the items on the consent docket.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion, a second. Roll call, please.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Moving on to agenda item 7. This is going to be the agenda item for the upcoming sale of our bonds in the amount of $3.26 million. We're needing to set a time and date for that. Do we need to set that into a motion for time and date? Perfect.
I move that we set a time and date for a bond.
I think we need to set a specific.
I think it sounds great.
Perfect. So I have now a motion for April 3rd at noon here in the boardroom for $3.26 million of sale. Do I have a motion? Or do I have a second?
Second.
You got a second? Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. We can move on into our business consent docket.
Yeah.
Stuff with that daycare. Let's talk about that a little bit. That's pretty exciting. It's a great retention tool we can use for the teachers. And
Yeah, there's a couple of things there. So tonight is our portion. We're signing the MOU with Mustang. It's probably one of the most unique. I don't know. I think it's one of the most unique partnerships that schools and what's the word I'm looking for? The church or whatever public entity has partnered with for a daycare. So it's going to be us, Mustang, partnering, and we're going to have it at Together We, because that's a pretty middle ground there, and they already have the facilities built in place. And we are going to be basically splitting it right down the middle. That's a biblical thing, right? You split the baby in half. That's just, anyway, there's a parable there. Anyway, so, yeah, it's really exciting. We sent out a survey, and Diana's not here, but Delynn may have seen the results. Haven't got the results back yet? Okay. You haven't seen them, so maybe Diana has them. So there's a lot of interest in it. We are quite certain that it will fill up. It's probably, I'm guessing Jason Johnson's over there. What are we in the range of 150-ish to 200 a month savings? Something like that for average daycare cost? Right, a month. So that's pretty significant savings to our.
We'll be
to
able
our
to look at
teachers.
that at the first year, kind of get our bearings on it, and then possibly bring that down even further in future years, correct? Because we really are we're throwing darts trying to figure out the budget on this
Right.
still, correct?
I estimate we will lose about 55 to 60,000 in year one, but then in year two, we'll make quite a bit of money there. There's some extra startup costs for the first year, so we can look at that after we get to year.
Right.
So, and then kind of as a goal on this, we're not coming into this to try to make money. We're gonna start lowering the cost for our employees, and then we'll try to break even on this.
That's the goal, right? Lower for the employees and break even.
Very good.
So
Right.
this is an employee daycare,
Yes.
correct?
Yes. Yep. So the other thing that I want to bring up that we had to bring back to the board is the OTEP designations. That's the teacher empowerment opportunity. So our first go around, we had a lot of people identified. We had more than the number that they allowed us, that they theoretically are allowing. We asked for them to lighten that or
By
increase
them,
that.
are we
The
talking
State
about the
Department?
State Department of Education?
So we had to reduce the number because they wouldn't approve our application. And so this is where we're headed this year. We'll obviously every year it's a renewal process. We have to apply again for the grant, and we have to go back and look at the categories to see if there's anything different there. So this is where we fell this year with the designations. You can read that. It's still the PLC facilitators. It is the what's the second one? The site instructional specialists at the sites, and then the district chairs. That would be like the person who's over PE, the fine arts. I think there's one or two other in there, but they're teacher leaders in the building that also do district organization skills that we don't have anybody at the central office to do.
Okay.
So this will be a way of helping support those programs as well.
So we're just kind of reorganizing this, sending it
Yeah.
back to the state, hoping
Yeah.
for approval on this round.
It's a good deal. If they're going to offer the money, we're going to find a way to take it.
All right. Have any more discussion? 8A through 80.
I move that we approve the,
8A through 8E,
I know, but it's what thing?
business consent docket.
Business consent docket, 8A through E.
Got a motion? Do I got a second?
A second.
Motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Any new business?
No, sir.
Luckily not. Moving on to personnel dockets. Suzanne, do you have anything you want to motion on this or anything you want to do?
Well, I would like to move that we meet in executive session.
Okay. I've got a motion to meet in executive session. Do I have a second?
Second.
A motion, a second?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
Shouldn't be too long, I don't think.
Back in a minute.
right, discussion, possible actions on personnel items?
No.
No? All right, with no discussions, possible actions, do we have a motion on item 10C?
I move that we accept the personnel docket as listed.
I've got a motion to accept personnel docket. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion a second. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right,
Make a
that
motion,
means up. Go ahead.
make a motion, we adjourn the meeting.
Got a motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Motion a second. Roll call.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Meeting adjourned.
What's the date today?
Get your gavel.
Today is, no, I refuse to use that thing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No votes or what were taken.
No votes or actions.
Did you say 4 more signatures for
I
me?
was missing
or-
a word.
That's it.
All right. Good.
All good.